Welcome back, everybody. To Open Admiral Dreadnaughts. I'm Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 19 of our Italian 1890 Legendary campaign. So, it's now July of 1946, and last episode we left off finishing the war with China, returning to Europe, and beginning the invasion of Spain, which has run into a little bit of a snafu. When I began the invasion of southern Spain, the computer told me I needed like 226,000 tons, which I easily had. And as soon as I started the invasion, it jumped up to a necessary need of 448,000 tons, of which I have 444,000 in the region. I have now ordered my battle cruisers out of Gibraltar and Lamu into the region, trying to help offset that. And hopefully we can get some port strikes in on a port at Valencia. It's lower down the needed tonnage. I really don't see that happening. Actually, what I should do is move one off Malaga and the other off Barcelona and see if we can't port strike those down and bring down their tonnage. That will help. How big is that port? I really can't see. We'll see what happens. It's slightly annoying. Very slightly annoying because it's taken. I'm having to send every single ounce of tonnage I have in the region. Actually, I should probably send the battle cruiser Campania also. We'll do that. Put everything I have that's available into the area. I don't know if she'll actually make it there in time for this. It's 8 turns and Campania is old. I don't know if she can actually do that in 8 turns. We'll see. So I'll be back with the next major incident. All right, it's now May of 1947, and we have secured southern Spain. We have begun the invasion of western France, and our army has begun the invasion of northern France. And they are not facing any defenders. But watch it still take a while. There's nobody defending northern France, but watch this take a while. We're going to need... And when this was saying I needed 400,000 tons, the next turn it dropped to what it told me before, down to the 220,000 ton mark. So we were able to secure this with the ships I had in the region. So this is going to be a tougher nut to crack. With the battle cruisers, I think it will put me at barely any chance of making it. So I have a feeling if the army succeeds in one turn, which they should, because I've never seen an invasion go up against 0 forces before, so I have no idea how long that's going to take. Spain will collapse, and Western France will be left basically undefended, but that's also good for us, because we could just scoop it up at any time we want then. Unless my government just idiotically keeps ordering me to naval invade, which I don't have the tonnage for quite yet. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So just a little bit of an update there. I'll be back. All right, it's now July of 48, and we have secured northern France, and we actually finally have ourselves something of a naval fight here, as I sent the Riga fleet, which is only made up of 2 heavy cruisers, a light, and 5 destroyers, as it's a brand new fleet that I'm building up, into the area to help with the invasion tonnage. And they cornered some Spanish light cruisers, the Reina Cristina and the Andalusia, and 2 destroyers, the Escarnot and the Ebro. So I'm going to jump in here and see if we can hunt these down real fast and get rid of them. I'm hoping Spain does not collapse before my invasion finishes. We do have the naval invasion going on. Now the army is attacking also. So this should be a quick end to Spain, and they will be gone from the world unless they pop up somewhere else on the map. Alrighty, we have engaged the Spanish, and we had them sighted basically as soon as we came onto the map. It just took us a minute to get into range. About 20 kilometer range. We engaged them at 21 to 22 kilometers with 10.9s. They actually have a range of 28 kilometers. So we're probably engaging further out than I'm thinking. I do have this running at advanced speed right now. Their ships are not doing so well. These are still the older protected cruiser class of ships. Ooh, flashing. Not too much. It's just a one-turn flash. What do these destroyers look like? Destroyers are a little older, but not much. They're not much newer than these heavy cruiser designs they're using. Let's make sure I stay out of torpedo range and just keep pummeling away at them. I don't think their torpedoes are on the range to get to us right now. Turning away just a little bit. What about the, fire at the ship, please. Guard the ammo. That one's sinking. Focus on that one. And light cruiser, you fire whoever you want. Nice and modern looking. What class is she? Not sure. She's not that old, though. Looks like she's sending torps at my destroyers. Turn them out. And my destroyers are actually a knot slower than my heavy cruisers. That's it. Now the one light cruiser and the destroyer. You guys focus on that destroyer, please. I didn't realize we're heading right at each other. They already launched their torpedoes, so I am not worried about it. Here goes the light cruiser. Right, just focus down this destroyer and it'll be over quick. Just close your eye, boys. It'll be over soon. Close your eyes and go to sleep. That's all she wrote. And those ships altogether are worth 5,977 points. So we don't need victory points anymore. There's nothing Spain has that we can take away outside of their last province, which we're working on right now. We lost 0 crew to their 1,600, almost 1,700. Now to say goodbye to Spain. And it is official. Spain is no more. And I believe we can officially declare the start of a new Roman Empire, as we now control Italy, France, and southern Spain. We do have to secure the rest of Spain from Germany, but they are a boogeyman I don't really feel like fighting right now. I think our next target is going to be Britain, but right now I do have all of my ships heading back to their home ports in order to refit. But we do now control more land space than Rome ever did. Square mileage wise, I do believe we control more than they did at any point. I could be wrong, but I'd say we are off to a great start here, especially so late in the game. So next target, as I said, is going to be Britain. I'm planning on landing in Ireland to bring a quick end to the war. Hopefully these ports are pretty big, though. Not as big as I faced here in France, but they are still big. And France actually fell kind of fast. The last of their armies were actually in southern Spain. So once the Italian armies got off their asses and invaded western France and northern France, where there was no troops to speak of whatsoever. It just took 2 turns each to drop them down. I didn't even have to have the fleets in the region. It was a waste of money having my fleets out there. I was just throwing money away, basically. So right now we're actually at -7 billion. But at war, we're growing at 6% a month. So now that we're at peace, that should change again. Once my ships are all repaired and refueled, those costs all drop right back down again. So it might be a few turns, but I think we'll be getting this kicked off this episode. All right, it's now September of 1948, and we have our next war, and it was not one I was expecting. So the Soviet Union got themselves into a fight with not only Germany, but with us. And I really didn't want another war with them because I didn't want to sandwich in Germany. I didn't want to be completely sandwiching in Germany, which could lead to a lot of issues, but it doesn't look like it can be avoided any longer. So right now I have the La Spezia fleet on its way to northern Finland to sit offside of Oulu. I have the battle cruiser out of Gibraltar moving to go sit at the mouth of the Bay of Finland. And I have the Riga fleet, which now does have a which is now a full fleet. The battleship, 2 heavies, 3 lights, and 5 destroyers, moving to go sit up off of Murmansk. And the battle cruiser that was at Klaipeda is on its way to sit off of Archangel. I'm going to kick this war off, unless their army's going to be invading us somewhere. Oh, they're also at war with Britain. The UK is invading Afghanistan. They didn't learn their lesson the first time around. Okay. So we're either going to be invading northern Russia off the bat or northern Finland off the bat. Probably northern Russia off the bat, and then starting an invasion on northern Finland. That's where I envision it going right now. Otherwise, it's up to my army to do what they do, because I don't have many options here. Now, we do have ourselves a small battle cruiser duel here, with the our newest battle cruiser, the Friuli Venezia Giulia, going up against the battle cruiser, the Bryansk. We have them way out tonnage. We're weighing in at 79,400 tons, so they're 30,000 tons. So we're going to jump in here real fast and swat this ship down, make them wish they hadn't come out of port. Alright, we started this battle with the enemy battlecruiser already spotted, but she's 40 kilometers away. Here we have her side. There we go. Got range on here. 4 kilometers. Okay, so we closed the distance pretty fast. I'm going to have speed at 32. Batteries to bear. That's just firing at us. 23 kilometers. Goes down to full speed. Looks like already getting some good hits on her. That's a massive hit. And that is really an old design. You're flooding her down pretty quick. Stand a chance, girl. I didn't actually look at her armament before this fight. Calibers, quad barrels on those side turrets. That's just, I don't know about this. It's interesting. It's feasible. I don't think I have the tech for turrets. Then again, I'm showing very advanced tech, and I'm just starting. Holy crap! They actually got a hit. Like, I'm showing very advanced technology, and I'm still unlocking stuff from the 1930s. So, I don't know what the game considers very advanced tech in 1948. That next salvo. Ricochet, really. And a block. That's interesting. Second on the mains. .5% aim at 16 kilometers. A little better. I just turned my fives off. Really need them. Let's turn off those fives. Where are the splashes? Oh, we did send our torps out. They got such a large distance to travel. I might need one of those. Another hit, 33 points, so she's just kind of scratching my paint. He's almost finished. He's trying to turn away now. Base to be headed at here. Let's try and close that distance a little bit. Well, she's done so far is burn my paint. There we go. Can't even launch our torpedoes at us. Nope. It's the port side torpedoes, not their starboards. But their guns are down in the water. How are they firing still? Guns are in the water. She's trying to run. And they're just racking hits on us. Turning away from the ports. You gotta love how maneuverable a flooded ship is for the AI. Come on. Just moving up. And she's moving fast. She shouldn't be moving this fast. You gotta run into time speed. She should not be. Right now, she should not have the accuracy or the speed that she does. She hit me with a flooding hit. It is dropping, but not by much. For as heavily as she's flooded, she should not be moving at 22 knots. She shouldn't even have this damn level of accuracy. Shot. Yeah, like almost all of her salvos are hitting me. Well, mostly underwater. I'm only using 15, so the 16s weren't really up to snuff yet. They just unlock 18-inch Mark IIs. She's running, so let's go into a chase. Accuracy a little bit until we're turned. There we go, that should have been a kill shot right there. inches. We should have been ripping right through her. Conning Tower's got the most armor. We should have just ripped right through this thing. And she's actually sent torpedoes out. Shot, really. AI does not want to let this ship die. Oh, she's flashing. That's it. That did not finish her off. There she goes. Finally. This ship did not want to die. We lost 154 crew. We sent 1,613 down to the drink. She was worth 6,117 points, but she got 515 points just for the damage she did to us. I think she did more damage than she should have been able to. That's just my opinion. Alright, it's now January of 1950. And we've gotten a lot done. I think we've gotten way too much done, actually. I think our empire is growing a little faster than it really should be. We're probably going to have a hard time securing it. As it stands right now, we have secured northern Russia. We've secured Finland, north and south. We are one turn away from securing Estonia, and we have just started the naval invasion of central Russia. Which I kind of feel bad for my Marines trying to wade ashore in January in Russia, especially in the Gulf of Finland. Yeah, I feel bad for them. Gotta make sure I send them plenty of dry socks and warm clothing. Old Man Winter is no joke, but we have a 100% chance just with the La Spezia fleet and the 2 battle cruisers sitting off the port. And the Riga fleet is finishing securing Estonia. We are also invading Kazakhstan, and that is at a 54% advance. I kind of have a feeling once we have secured Estonia and central Russia, my government will probably call for a peace or the Soviet Union will collapse. So they're still growing. They still have a 6% growth, even with everything I've taken away from them. They've only got 3 active ships in their fleet right now, and they're all over in the Pacific. So I've sunk everything that was in the Baltic region, which wasn't much. It was a heavy cruiser and a submarine. And it was a really old heavy cruiser. It was only worth like 5,000 points. And they're building 25 more, and I highly suspect they're all going to be over the Pacific, because I'll probably have, I don't know how far along those constructions are, but I might have central Russia secure Port of Kronstadt before those are finished. Germany's still invading them at Belarus and having a hard time of it. But they didn't send in a lot of forces. Germany and Britain allied with each other going up against the Soviets, and they had over 1 million men in Belarus, and that fight started before my war, one term before my war, Soviet Union, so all their troops are in Belarus, which has made things a lot easier for me. And speaking of which, I was planning on, Germany keeps asking to ally with me. I kept saying no. This time I'm going to try and ally with them, because they are allied with Great Britain, but no, change of plans. I think I'm going to ally with Britain. They have 309 ships in their fleet. And all of our land borders are on Germany. Germany only has 77 ships in their fleet. They are building another 56, though. But it's nowhere near the 41 battleships, 11 battle cruisers, 64 heavy cruisers, 83 light cruisers, 9 destroyers, and 20 submarines the British have. So I'm going to hold off on my plans for invading England right now. Oh, God, I feel like Napoleon right now. Like, I want to invade England. Look across the channel. That's a big fucking fleet. Let's change our plans. So Germany would actually be the easier target. Their Navy power rating is 6%. And somehow, same power rating as mine, but they have a few more ships than we do. Republic of China actually has 163 ships once again. Their power rating is 4%, so they don't have a lot of tonnage in the water. Empire of Japan is still suffering at everybody's hands. They have not grown. But I think a war with Germany, I can do quick, I can do dirty. One of the things I didn't do over here in the east is I didn't move my fleet out of Comron Bay. I could have started invading. Some of these ports are too big for this fleet to handle, but we could have started taking Kamchatka and probably eastern Siberia. How big is that port? Yeah, we could have taken Kamchatka and eastern Siberia from them, though I decided not to. We are spread out as it is, and I really don't want to get too close to the United States. They've always been kind of on the edge of war with us for the past 20, 25 years in game. It's always been kind of sitting on that edge line, and it's been a fine line to walk along. I'd rather keep them at peace. But I do believe we'll end this episode here, especially with these major gains. A little bit of a boring episode, but we got a lot done. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, if you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Follow along the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to drop an AP shell into that like button, HE shell into that comment section. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.